This is one of my favorite stories from the Bible. It's Jacob and him blessing and cursing his 12 sons. And let's just get into it. On his deathbed. On his deathbed. So Raban, the oldest son, was out of control. He was unlabeled as the oldest son. He was like a flood, dishonored, and just climbing in his father's bed, having intimate settings with other people. So he had no respect. He had no dignity. He was strong, but he was powerful, but he had no respect for his elders and his father. And then Simon and Levi was a weapon of violence and cruel in their tongue, cruel in their acts. They didn't think, they just did. Judah, he was praisable by his brothers. Hand on enemy's neck, lion cub, dark eyes, white teeth as milk. He was considered, I guess, cruel too, but his dad, I guess, took it emotional, sympathetic way because he did have his hands on enemies' necks. But I guess he chose to be praisable by his brothers, which made him okay to the father to be blessed. I guess Simon, Levi, and Raban didn't care about being praised by his brothers. So Judah was a look back type of person, like, oh, is this okay? Is this? And the dad liked that. Whereas the other three, they didn't care. They just did a cancer. Zabalion, he does day to day by the coast. So I'm guessing Zabalion went on his own path, day to day acts like a farmer or someone that's just watching a plantation because it was considered, part of the slave. Zitcher was a donkey to slave labor. So he could have been just like a helper to Zabalion on his land, or he could have just been in an underclass role more than his brothers were put in from his blessing from his dad on his deathbed, Jacob on his deathbed. And Zabalion would be considered a Leo. Issachar would be considered a Virgo. And then Dan is a Viper snake. He's a Libra. He would be considered a Libra in the Bible when Jacob gave a list of his sons from 1 to 12. And Dan, he was a Viper snake. So maybe he had a cruel tongue just like Simon and Levi. He used his words, which led to a lot of chaos for others that were travelers from different parts of the world or different lands. He was a snake slithering around, making chaos for new beginners or new traveling individuals. And then Gad is someone that got attacked by travelers or new people that comes forward to him. So I wouldn't doubt that Gad was someone that took a lot of abuse from his siblings or just people in general, because he was led to be chosen to be attacked the most by newcomers and karma going individuals. Asher, he was a good food king, so I wouldn't doubt that Asher was a cook. Possibly he probably cooked a lot of foods that were rich in taste and luxurious in taste from the dad's point of view, which I guess he considered him a little king to him within his ways of doing things. He was very rare and luxurious, which is connected to Sagittarius with Asher. And then Paltel is a doest set free, so he would be considered a Capricorn. And I'm guessing his dad let him free from limitations, structure, things that was going to, withhand him, probably financial capitalism. He just let him run free. Maybe he was real put together to a point that the dad was like, I won't bring you limitation. I'll bring your first brother a limitation, your second one, and your third one. But you won't get limitations. And Gad, too, got limitations because he just always was there to be attacked. But yeah, he was considered a bird animal set free. And then Joseph was the 10th son, if I'm not believing. Let me see. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Joseph was considered the 11th son, Aquarius. He was fruitful and who he is as a person. He was blessed from the mountains to the heavens. yeah, the dad really blessed Joseph the most. I don't know if it's because of in the story, Joseph was considered, really neglected like Gad was supposed to be. I guess Joseph was a little bit more in depth. He was thrown into a hole by his brothers as a joke. They left him there. Joseph, I believe, found a way out. He went to a different land, got new settlers and new groups of people. They needed him because of his visions. They came to him. His brothers came to him in a group with Benjamin. And that's Joseph's full blood brother in the Bible. But yeah, the dad blessed Joseph in a showcase that Joseph was someone that could be set free and do what he want and still be blessed in doing that. As for the other brothers, when they did stuff like that, it was probably considered more curseable for them. And Benjamin, he was a ravenous wolf, so Ravenous. So he was like considered a lone wolf that devours his prey in the day, and then I believe like in noon he was considered more able to take care of people that's like keep people off that are attackers to Gad. So Gad probably didn't have good communication skills, whereas Benjamin did. Benjamin had a way to speak to people that's like attackers and criminals and stuff to keep them off like his wave of being able to feast and peace and be alone at the same time. So Benjamin was considered the Pisces. So